Hey everyone, it's finally here, my Hobonichi order. I've been waiting to be able to actually start ordering my Hobonichi planners because I really wanted the 5-year planner and that didn't come out until 1st of December. I'm filming this at home, so when you hear any bells, that's my cats. And they may actually come walk over the table. But I didn't want to go to my office to film because I really wanted to open it up. I literally came back, set up my camera and some lights, and hid any personal identifiable information on the box. But yeah, here it is in the white Hobonichi envelope, and I literally haven't opened it yet. So let's see. Oh, my box a bit dented. Too bad. Get to the side. The little booklets with English. Did we get an English one last year? I can't remember. But that's cool. The life booklet. I really can't remember if we got an English one last year or not. I don't think so. I think we got a Japanese one last year. So that's cool. I'll check. But yeah, too bad about the box. Okay, let's open it up. Don't just reach for a bandage. 365 days is plenty of time to fix things up right. So yeah, we've got the Japanese and then the English quote, which is also a first. The lovely yellow box. The A5 envelope. Oh, the 5-year envelope. 2 covers for the weeks, packing paper, and there it is. Some stencils. 1, 2, 3 weeks. A pen and dice. The 5-year box. I love how bright yellow that is. The Cousin, same as last year. And then a few other things that I ordered. So let's get the box to the side. That's a whole stack of things. Little booklet still. Don't even know where to start really. Okay, let's start with the most exciting thing, the 5-year box. 5-year planner box. Nice little thing around it. So pretty. A little booklet with examples and ideas. Oh, that's cool. A page of what the layout looks like. I think it is anyway. And here is the planner. Some people said it would look like a dictionary or like a Bible in the way that they would put the cover on and everything. And yeah, I gotta agree. Even, not sure if you can see it on the video. Trying to see if you can actually see it. Yeah, you can see it. These stitching bands that they use to hold all the different parts of the book together. It's actually slightly sticking out. If you look at the side, it's not that visible, but you can sort of see the shadowing of it. That's really nice. I really like that. It gives that really that feel of an old book. Then 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, and that's where we start the 1st of January. These quotes at the bottom of the pages are supposedly the best quotes that they had in the Hobonichis the last couple of years. So, sort of a best of thing, which I think is kind of cool, even though I can't actually read it. But I think having that is really nice. Like, sort of collecting the best ones and then putting them in something like this, which is supposed to last you 5 years. That's really nice. To the end of the year. Not sure what the bookmark lines are about. Like it, but I'm not exactly sure what they're about. Gifts, addresses, lists. You get, what is it, 8 lists? Yeah, 8 lists of 10. The other planners all have the 100 list, but I think this is also nice. And personal information. That's the end of the book. That's really nice. It feels really, really good. Like, I can see this last a really long time. Yeah, excited to start using that. I have no idea how I will be using it, but you know. And then I got this one for my boyfriend. This is the black Weeks, the regular version, which comes with the pen, and I think this is the Japanese booklet. So we get a lot of booklets if every planner has its own booklet. But yeah, I'm not unpacking this. My boyfriend's gonna be unpacking this one, so I'm not taking that away from him. But let's unpack the Mega Weeks. A Mega Weeks in red. And it's got all sorts of stuff in the, like, it's got one packaging sleeve and then it's got more. The pen this year in yellow. I like it, it's nice and bright. I'm not gonna lose that one. And I've got a whole bunch of them. So I actually got this year my blue one. I actually use it a lot for making my timeline in my cousin, and I'm actually running low on ink, so having 3 of these this year for me, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna run low on ink anytime soon. Really nice fine point, so putting that one aside. And there's the second layer of packaging. Some explanations about the layout of it, which I can't read because it's in Japanese. I can read some Japanese, but not enough. Yeah, one of the booklets, but these are the Japanese ones. Really cute. The Mega Weeks came with these tabs. Gonna open them. Oh no, let's first open the actual planner. You can't see it, I think, but the lettering on this is dark blue, which is kind of nice, but it under the lighting I've got, it looks black. So Japanese, what is it, underground map or railroad map? Anyway, one of these, actually laminated railway map. Laminated, so, and a corner that you can stick in the corner of your Hobonichi to store stuff behind, like the map. You see the first page? Like, that's nice. Looks pretty. Let's start. The years coming up. One row of one spread of the year in the daily weeks. Then this is December 2017, January 2018, February, all the months at the front, really tiny boxes, tiny boxes. Kind of scared because I have not used a weeks before. I've only used a cousin last year, so this is so tiny in comparison. Okay, here we go. That's the first week, which is the final week of November 2017. I know that quite a few people have already started using their 2018 weeks. So that was what, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I saw the really nice like layouts and everything already. The weeks have days of the week, and then there's dots. Pretty sure you can see them on camera. There's dots, so you can actually split it into 3 different columns if you want to, or you can just use them as single columns. And on the other page there's this really thin line going down the side, which the cousin and I think the regular Hobonichi A6 planners also use to sort of give 2 areas. So the page is small on this side, and trying to see, no, it looks like there's another line to put for like this, the 7 days, but that's just because of the page behind it. It's just some see-through. So all of the weeks, and then since this is the, oh, that's cool, it's got page numbers. Oh, there's actually an index kind of thing going on. Index here, and these are all abbreviations that you could use. That's cool. And then a whole set of notes, which have page numbers. That's nice, so you can actually easily reference it if you're on like one of the other pages. Which they also have the line down the side here, so you've got 2 areas. You can use in any way, basically. Lots of them. Let's see how many are there in total. They have 212 pages that you can actually write in, which is, I think, 70 more than something like that than the regular weeks. We'll see it in a moment. List of 100 somethings, whatever you want to do. These are not exactly sure. I'll have to look it up what these are. local, I think, what is it, local rice? This one doesn't have a clue. Something like that. Stretching, like all sorts of ways to actually stretch your body. And there's all sorts of key phrases or like handy phrases in different languages. So you've got Japanese, then you've got English, German, French, Spanish, Chinese and Korean. So yeah. I don't really, like, I can understand some German, I speak English, and some French, Spanish, probably not most of these, but I could like use English and then see what it would be in Japanese or in Chinese or in Korean, just from being able to read the English one. So that way, even if you don't actually speak Japanese, these can be really handy if you at least speak one of the other languages, so you can find them. Then I have no idea what these pages are. Years of birth and ages. A conversion table for, I have no idea. Some links, I assume. Addresses, personal information, and that's the end. I'm actually planning on using this one. Can you see it? Oh, yeah, sort of. Yeah. 2018 is in here in, I think is, what is it called in English? Is it relief too in English? But you can see it if you hold it on the correct right. And there's Hobonichi stamped on the back. But this one I'm planning on using as a household planner. So things like shopping lists, appointments we have to keep, or birthdays, things like that. Keeping everything together. Which, you know, 2 people, 1 household, 2 cats. That's kind of handy to have. Really cute. The bookmarks. Nice bookmarks. So, go back in. And these page markers came with them. Just not going to take them off, but just going to take a look. Okay. They're just ribbon page markers with a bit of glue on one side. I thought they were metal. I thought they would be metal, but they're actually ribbon. That's cute. I'm saying cute a lot, but I just love the fact that this is all really, really cute. So that's the Mega Weeks in red. Putting everything to the side. Pen to the side. Next up is my, this one called Waffle? Something like that? Can't see it. Okay. I saw this one and I thought, oh, that looks cute, kind of fancy. And then someone said that actually the another pen, the fabric, you can actually feel the fabric. Oh yes, yes. It's actually got a structure. This one, the line is really smooth. But this is actually like, yeah, I think it's called the Waffle cover, and it really feels like that. It's really, really nice. Just this color. Yeah, that's painted on, but it feels so good, the structures. Nice. This is a hardcover. Yeah, the Mega Weeks is also a hardcover, but I think the black one I got isn't. It's more of like a, it's supposedly more like a leather, not exactly soft cover, but at least not as rough, not as unflexible. These two, like they were last time. And then the same layout. Yep. The ribbons, and let's see. And it's got 68. So it's yeah, there's just over 60 pages more in the Mega Weeks than there were in this one. And then the back matter as they were the same in the other one. Oh, this one's got the, does that one have it? Like the little number? Oh yeah, there we go. The book number. But this year I'm planning on using this week's as my social media and other planner related things, YouTube videos, things that require a bit more like note taking, writing down, keeping track, but on a weekly schedule, like a weekly overview more, because I use a passion planner for my timetables each week, but it doesn't have a lot of actual space to make notes or to sort of plan YouTube videos or social media content in advance. And I'm hoping that by using a week's, which I can easily take with me and keep everything like in one week overview and still be able to use different pages. I'm hoping to stay on track with that more, because I've got a lot of ideas but not really a good spot to write them down most of the time. So that's my weeks. It's so pretty, but I'm so scared of actually getting it dirty. Another life book. And then we've got my main planner, which I've been using for a year. Sorry for the sound. Another life book. There we go. It looks so pretty and so clean. Okay, let's start. Year overview. This is the yearly view, but it comes in two spreads by days. You could even use it like quarterly, like having each page. You could use like a quarterly overview or 2 pages a year. Monthlies, December coming for December this year. And then you go into the weeklies. They changed it. It used to be that there was like space at the bottom with just the squares so that you could write, but they extended the timeline, so you've got literally 24 hours in a day. But your most important hours at the top, and if you need, you could use this bottom space to actually write. That's okay. Correctly in the camera. You could use the bottom space to actually write notes. And then just ignore the timelines, or if you do need them, you could just use them. I'm just gonna quickly grab mine so you could see the difference. Like, it used to stop at midnight, and now it goes until 4 in the morning. And you used to have like the box at the top, but there's still the same amount of space, but they put the 5 o'clock at the top and then took out the tick boxes at the top. Not much else changed, I think. I started using it at the start of the year, these, but it's just not enough for me. I can't get enough information on these pages, and I stopped doing that, and I switched to a passion planner for a weekly view instead of the weekly view of the Cousin. I did originally, because these colors at the side for the month, I actually put them, I also drew them on the side of the weeks and of the month. And yeah, you can see it. I sort of tried to find the same colors and get the lines there too. For easy reference. And then daily pages, a whole year of daily pages. Many changes? Not that I can immediately see, but let's check. It's hard to find a page that I can actually check against because I've filled out my things for the rest of the year, but no, it looks the same. Maybe a little change over there, but no. It looks exactly the same as last year, which is good, but I change it to... I used the green basic stencil to make from one of these pages one of this, because I need my timeline. A better timeline than what they give, because I can't use these hours. I need more space for them. So that's a whole year of dailies. And then the back of the book. Pages to take notes. Oh, I think there are fewer pages in the back this year. I didn't use them much because I had no need. I started tracking TV series and movies I'd watched, but that sort of fell by the way. I didn't keep up with it. I also started watching on Netflix a lot more, and you kind of don't need to track when you're watching Netflix because it will track for you. Timetables, haven't used them, but I don't know yet. Graph paper, you can draw your own graph, make notes. Favorites, things you liked. Yeah, I think this is the same one as in the weeks. Yeah. My 100 lists. Stretches. The language thing. Still no idea. Moon? I don't know. Again, page I have no idea about. Gifts, from, to, who, what you got, what you gave, whatever. Ages, like someone born in 1988 will be 30 next year, which is me. Conversion tables, some links that you can scan with your phone, or ideas, some like QR code. Addresses, and personal information. And that's a Cousin. I really love my Cousin. I've been using it, I think, almost every day the whole year. I think maybe 10 days that I barely used it, but I actually use it a lot more than I originally thought. I was a little scared to start using it because I'd never been much of a planner person. So when I started my cousin in January 2017, which was my first one, and I was so scared that I wasn't going to fill the pages or wasn't going to use it, and I'll make a video looking back on the year, like showing what I did throughout the year, but I'm just really happy to have been using it because it's been really helpful, and I'm so excited to start the new year in my new cousin. I did not order a cover for the cousin because I did not like any of the covers for the cousin this year, but I had already ordered a cover in the spring release. So I'm going to be using the spring release from this year for my cover for next year. So I was kind of happy I actually ordered it, even though I didn't use it, because now I can actually use it. So that's that, and now are all the extras that I ordered. So I got 2 cover-on-covers for, well, yeah, kind of technically cover-on-covers for the weeks. Let's just unpack one. Because, oh god. I'd already expected I at least wanted to use it on the pink and grey Waffle one, because I don't want it to get dirty. So let's quickly slip it inside. There we go, and that's the way the cover looks. It's just a clear cover on cover, so it doesn't get dirty. I've got one on my cousin covers too. In my one for this year, I've actually slipped pages behind it, which you can do, which is kind of cute. But yeah, clear covers and covers, I just like them because it keeps everything clean. So I ordered 2 of them, one for this one and probably for the Mega Weeks, or I may give this one to my boyfriend for his, depending on if he wants it or how easily dirty that one would get. This is the envelope that comes with the 5 years. Feels really good. It feels really nice, and I think it would be really cool to store it, especially after if you filled it up. To actually sort of store it in this. It looks really old-timey and everything. Yeah, that's kind of pretty. The pen and the food dies for this one came with my cousin. These are the extras that you get, like the pen. These are the dice come with the cousin and with the regular, either in English or Japanese planners. Yep, not opening that one yet. A whole pack of things. All sorts of tiny things. Last year I wanted to order the book darts, but they were out each time I ordered. So I was really happy when they had them this time around. But yeah, I don't really like bookmarks, like bigger bookmarks, but I think these can come in really handy. This is what the speech bubble, the yellow speech bubble stencil. I actually ordered one green one, the basic stencil, last spring when I did my spring order, because these numbers are really handy for the timeline each day, and which I already at least expected, and they are. So I actually bought myself a backup because I'm scared it will break or I'll lose it or whatever. So I bought myself a backup, and I bought my boyfriend one, and while I was looking at them I decided to actually get all of them, so I got the speech bubble one. I think this one is called the travel version. It's got Japan on it. You can make numbers out of this, some speech bubbles, flower, travel, barbecue, marking, flags, all sorts of kind of fun, interesting thing. Fireworks, though it kind of looks more like snow, but I don't know, you could probably use it for either. The daily activities? Not sure. Don't know. Which got a ball, which is just a circle, so you can use like the smiley faces with them. And snow, they've actually made a snowman for snow. Flower, train. This got all sort of like planner related things that you'd want to track, like the weather, or did you run or walk, or did you travel, did you go shopping, did you read a book, did you go see a movie. And then you've got, because this one, actually the basic has a really tiny heart, just one square, and this one's got like a big 4 square heart and a star and a 4 square star and a box, a small box and a ball and a circle. So yeah, kind of cute. And then this is, I think they call this one the planner one. I should look it up, but I'm just too lazy right now. I'll make a note if it isn't. This one supposedly feels like these are the exact heights of the weeks, like daily things, and then so you can make like all sorts of kind of cute things. Then you've got the 5-star rating, which is also on the basic one. You've got walk, car, some of the ones we could find on the blue one, like drink, another heart, but these ones don't actually have the grid on them, so they are not as easily like placed inside the grid as these are, and as actually all of the other ones are all with the grid, but this one's the only one without the grid. And although I like the numbers on this, I'm just a little disappointed that they're not on the grid, because I wish they made these enough to basically make a 24-hour timeline. I used the hours under 10 o'clock in the morning, just in the middle, and then position them so they still only take up like the double squares for the other days. And these ones they look well positioned, but they don't have any squares around them, so for outlining purposes for the numbers it's a little bit disappointing. But otherwise they've got a few cute things on here. So those are the stencils. I've got a whole bunch of them now. Next up, I have a whole load of pencil boards. I've got 2 in the 2018 colours for the weeks, which is on the one side they are, let's see how they open. There we are. There you open. On the one side it's the brown with the light blue lines, and on the other side it's just brown. Last year, let me grab one, they were dark green on one side with the like golden type of colour lines, and the other side was that sort of golden light brownish colour. Ochre? I think it's more of an ochre. So that's from last year, but kind of, I don't know, don't know if I like that the back is dark this time around. Kind of like the other side being a little lighter. But I like to have my let's grab this one. Oops, that didn't go according to plan. Come on, can you at least get out after I've ruined you? There you go. I like to keep my pencil boards on both sides of the pages at the same time. Let's grab this one again. So when I'm writing, that I can use both sides equally without having to actually move the boards. So I'd put them both in at the same time and then write. Not sure how well that works with the weeks, but oh, I thought this side also had squares, but apparently not. I hadn't realised that yet. So that's why. Probably why this one doesn't have. Let's check that one out. That's interesting. But yeah, this one lines up perfectly that way. Anything else that lines up perfectly? No, nothing else. Okay. But these at the end do line up pretty nice. So yeah, this one obviously sort of belongs with the weeks. But that's why I get 2 pencil boards for my Hobonichi, so I can write both sides and not have to worry about moving the pencil boards around all the time. So I got 1 pencil board for my boyfriend in last year's colours, and these are for my cousin. I do like to match the pencil board with the year of the planner. It feels nice to start like fresh with everything. And my final thing in here, I also didn't get these last year, or well, this year basically. These little notebooks, just more pages to actually basically write on, but you can slide them in with your, like you can keep them in here, or you can slide them like slightly behind the back cover so they fit in there. You can take them out during use and things like that. I thought they were kind of cool. I have no clue how I'm going to use them, but they look kind of handy to have with the planner, and I was curious. And these are for the sounds. Same thing, but for the cousin. Just a whole lot of pages that you can write, doodle, whatever. because basically all my regular planners and notebooks are A5 and these are 2, means I can also put these, for example, in my passion planner or in any of my other planners or notebooks to keep them with me when I want them. So I thought that was actually going to be kind of useful. So that's actually my order. There's a lot of it. Just closing that. Just see if I can slide this over without actually dropping anything. But yeah, that's the whole order. That's a lot. That's a whole lot of Hobonichi. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll make a video when I've sort of moved things into my 2018 planners, and also to show you what I did for 2017. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.